Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Suarez. Does anybody know what this symbol is? Who uses it? Well, here's a brief little history of that symbol. It's called the Maltese Cross. During the battle for Holy Land, the Saracens would lob glass containers full of highly flammable liquid called naphtha at their attackers down below. These attackers at this time were known as the Knights of St. John. As these crusaders got closer to the walls, the Saracens would then throw torches down onto the knights, thus bursting them into flames. While many of the knights were burned alive, others attempted to douse the flames that engulfed their brothers. These heroic efforts were recognized and awarded a badge of honor, a cross similar to the one worn by firefighters today. As a firefighter myself, in my community, I value this symbol and what it actually represents. The Maltese Cross is a symbol of sacrifice and heroism of the firefighter for more than 1,000 years. The cross has been the badge of honor and pride. Lieutenant Tom Klersky authored a piece in the Fire Engineer magazine and stated that the Cross of Malta, or Maltese Cross, dates back to the 11th or 12th century. The group of knights formed a military or non-military group and set up hospitals to aid the sick and the poor, and later joined the knights of the Crusades and went back to their Holy Land. They wore large capes over their armor to be used to extinguish flames when attacked with fire. In addition to the rich history, the Maltese Cross is symbolic in its design. Dennis Castillo wrote in his book, A Strategic History of Malta, about how each part of the cross has meaning. The cross itself is formed by joining 4 arrowheads at their points. The 4 arms represent prudence, temperance, fortitude, and justice. The 8 points of the cross represent the 8 virtues of the knights. Gallantry, which is heroic courage. Perseverance, continuing a task in spite of difficulty or opposition. Loyalty, the faithful to one's ideals. Dexterity, which is the skill of using one's hands, body, or mind. Explicitness is clearly stated or shown. Observation is the ability to notice. Tact, perception to say the right thing. And sympathy, compassion to another's suffering. Now that we know the history behind the Maltese Cross, we can make the connection to today's firefighters. According to Mike Colletti in the 2011 Firefly magazine, the Maltese Cross was adopted by the fire department in New York in 1865, and then again in Brooklyn, New York in 1882. Thus began the use of the cross for today's firefighters. The virtues of modern-day firefighters are the same as the days of the Knights of Malta. Also, the bond of the firefighter to one another is one and the same. The preservation of life and defense of our communities is our driving force. This was never more evident than after the attacks of 9/11. The sense of unity, family, and brotherhood was felt around the world and still prevails today among firefighters. In conclusion, we have explored the history and symbolism of the Maltese Cross and the relevance of today's firefighters and the communities in which we serve. From its history of more than 1,000 years, the symbolic design which represents the virtues and values of the firefighter, as quoted by Lieutenant Rob Dixon in the notes from the fire barn, as the Crusaders sacrificed their lives for their fellow man so many years ago, the Maltese Cross is a symbol of protection. It is a fireman's badge of honor, signifying that he works in courage, a ladder's rung,